Hello my pretties, it is time for mime time. We will be using the items from my trend mood box, which is the e.l.f. bronzing drops, the Tony Moly jelly lip melt, and the M Cosmetics pick me up mascara. Also be using the Natasha Denona mini Biba palette. I will be talking in this one just because I haven't done a mime time in a minute, and honestly I've been a little not under the weather, but going through some things. So let's get into it. By the way, finished using this Wonder Beauty Nude Illusion liquid foundation in light medium. Well, it starts off nice. By the end of the day, you know how you come home and first thing you want to do is you take off your shoes or your bra? Well, I wanted to take off this makeup. It would, around the perimeter of my face, it would look great. But as the day goes on, it just starts to separate, and mostly around the nose because that's my oily section. And it was real cakey, and it looked so ugly, and it felt so heavy as the day went on, and it broke down that no. I'm currently in between foundations, so I've got some Honest Beauty Hydrogel Cream. It's a gel moisturizer. I've mixed it with from the Are You Worth It series, the Dermalogica Pore Screen. This says that it's a hint of tint, meaning it starts off white, and then like as it's exposed to air and your skin, it turns a little bit tinted, a little bit. And I added some of the MAC Studio Radiance Face and Body Sheer Foundation. It's not a lot of coverage, it's light. And this is an N2, because I found just using the SPF and the foundation leaves this tackiness that I don't like. So I'm gonna try it this way. Today is Saturday. Today, neighboring town has a food truck festival in the evening. So, while I don't care what I look like, and I usually don't wear makeup on the weekends, we are going to be going out, and I want to look presentable, like I did my nails. I want to look presentable. I want to look as good as I currently feel. All right, here's the Biba palette. Since it is food truck festival, light, airy, nothing heavy. So we're gonna go with this color all over. But the reason I was gonna MIA a little, I got a while back, like 2 years ago, my doctor was just like, hey, you're anemic. You're really anemic. You should really get some iron infusions because it's that bad. And I was like, no. Can we try the supplements first? And he was like, sure. Well, the supplements didn't work for me. Usually iron supplements give you constipation, but ultimately work. We're gonna go with this color because I've tried this color and that's a caca color. Like, when I say caca, meaning like it's not even worth it. It doesn't show up. No matter how I tried those iron supplements, without food, with food, after, midday, morning, night, with orange juice, I even heard, for it to better absorb, didn't work. Did not work. So I finally, I saw my numbers. I got good insurance, and I was like, okay, I'm willing to give it a go. The iron infusions. So set it all up. I saw the hematologist. We set it up, and that's when my problem started. All right, because this isn't much for coverage, I'm gonna go in with the Kosas first before I go in with that. Changed out my sponge to the Unicorn Cosmetics Peach. It gets really big, but the squeezing action is not that great. I can't get it into those tiny. So the morning of my first infusion, I didn't know how I was going to be. So I took off from work. In the morning, I had a root canal. And that went great. I wasn't in any pain. I didn't feel nothing. It was tender, but it was fine. I didn't need to take any Tylenol or Advil or nothing. That's how good I felt. And then in the afternoon, I got my first infusion. I was a bit nervous. Because, I just don't know. And I get there and my blood pressure is high. It's high. They took it right arm, left arm. They took it again. They took it manually. And after a little bit, it did come down. They were like, maybe it's just nerves. And I was like, okay. They had to get the nurse practitioner to say it was okay. That I could proceed. And I got it done. And I felt fine. Next day I go to work. I did have a lot of energy that day. When I came home, I had a lot of energy. Right, next day, over here is a bit sore, chewing really was not great. But I was just like, hey, you know, my blood pressure was high yesterday. Before I left work the following day, I was like, can you check it? I asked the nurse, and she's like, sure. And she's like, Gladys, why is it so high? And I'm like, what are you talking about? I said, I don't know. And then Friday, we had an incident with a patient. Everyone was kind of stressed due to that incident. And security thought, hey, you know what's going to be a great idea? It's a Friday. We are going to bring in kind of like a therapy pet, but it was a crisis behavioral pet. Beautiful Rottweiler named Axel. Beautiful dog. They sprayed too much of that dry shampoo to make him smell good. He smelled like way too much baby powder. Way too much. Right? And everyone's making a big fuss, and they were telling us about, you know, where this dog has been and what he's experienced, what they have experienced with the dog, and they were like, come out, like, come from my spot, come take a picture. And all the commotion and the talking and the pushing of me to make everyone do that, even though if you weren't comfortable, like, I started feeling like a bag of trash, hot and sweaty. And I felt just awful. But everyone was about the dog. So I just didn't say anything. Nothing at all. I just kept on with my day. Okay, we are gonna powder a little just because it's outside. This is still the Huda powder, but I hated the sponge, the little poof thingy. It doesn't get into the nooks and crannies. And I felt like it was at times too much powder on the poof. So, you know, the day ended and I was like, dude, I feel awful. Awful and like clouded. I've never felt that way ever. And I couldn't explain it. So, you know, I have the weekend. I'm okay. At least I think I am. The next week, go in. And I'm like, hey, can you check it? Can you check it? Can you check it? And my blood pressure, like, just kept going up and up. And I'm just sitting here. And one day, I felt not as bad as I did on Friday. But bad. The cloudiness is gone. The hotness. I felt like I had just ran a mile and I didn't. I was just sitting there. We had no patience, but I couldn't explain it. So they were like, Glass. I was like, can you check it? Just because I'm feeling weird. And it was 150 over, no, 170 over 100. And they're like, why is it so high? I said, I don't know. I was just sitting there doing nothing. And they're like, this is not good. I need you to sit and chill. I was just like, I can't sit and chill. I gotta get back to my desk. And they're like, don't make me call 911. And I was like, you will call my husband to come pick me up before you even call 911. Okay? I promise you. And then they're like, you need to go see your doctor. And I was like, okay, all right. I called him, made an appointment for the following week. No, the following 2 days, because it was the following Wednesday, which I left work to get my second infusion. Again, blood pressure was high. Had to do the whole, check this arm, check that arm for the infusion. And I don't know where the high blood pressure is coming from. Let's go on a little bit of that. So I see the doctor Wednesday after my second infusion. And at this point, I am done with infusions. They just do 2 weeks back to back. He comes in and he was like, okay, what's going on? And the nurse takes it twice. He takes it. He goes, yep. You've got something going on. I don't know what it is. But before we can figure out what it is, and I know you don't want to go on any more medication because I don't like taking medicine. But no one does. He goes, we've got to get it under control because it is bad for your heart. It's bad for you to have it this high all the time. And I was just like, fine. That's not the answer I was looking for, but fine. And he's like, it'll take about 2 weeks to acclimate to your system. And he's like, what about checking your blood pressure? I said, I already bought a blood pressure cuff. I've been taking it in the morning and at night just to see what my numbers are. So one, I don't freak people out at work and make me have to call 911. And 2, I'm kind of private. I never want people to fuss about me. So, sorry, I had to do the browsing. That can take a little bit of concentration. So I've taken my medication. I'm getting things under control. And for a little bit, it got in a nice sweet spot. And now it's gonna, all over again. And while every day is not perfect, it is better. I wanted the doctor to say, oh, it's the iron infusion. Your body is used to working so hard to keep you going that it's just confused and it doesn't know what to do. now that you've got the iron and you've got like your energy back, and my whole body matches now, like color wise. Like I don't really go outside, and my neck is actually almost the same color as my face. My arms are have color. My legs have color. That's amazing. They're not. I'm not just as pale as the moon on the rest of my body. It's amazing. And energy, yes, I have that in spades. Now, I just need to get my blood pressure, and I'm watching what I eat. I have started to exercise a little bit. It's just it's summertime and it's so goddamn hot, and then you got the mosquitoes that it's difficult, and sometimes I'm not getting home until 6:30 at night. And after being in an office for that many hours, I don't want to do anything, you know, because I gotta still do stuff at home. So, because I don't want to stay on the blood pressure medicine, I really don't. But at this point, I need to be. Now I'm gonna go in with this because remember, food truck festival, you don't need liquid lipstick or lip gloss. Okay, because food eating, lips. Okay, you just want them hydrated. The smell of that watermelon is divine. I'm gonna take, not putting anything on the inner corner, just gonna take the middle shade in the brow bone. Okay. Let's spritz her down. And let's see, this week I go to the doctor's again because he, you know, had to wait 3 weeks, see how the medication is doing, how I'm doing on the medication. Okay, the one size, this cheek clapper, love it. This highlighter, I love it. It blends in so well with my blush. And I get this goldeny, peachy highlight. That's all I'm doing because I'll also be walking today, exercise. And I don't want to overdo it. I will still look and like I don't need, part of the day while the sun is out, I'll have my sunglasses on, my sunglass topper, so you won't be able to see my eyes. But then as the sun goes down, I will take them off and I have my glasses, so but I want to feel good for myself. So yeah, that's where I am. Blood pressure currently all over the place. Trying to keep it down, trying to figure out what's going on. But yeah, if my blood pressure goes up again to an unsafe level, well, I find my room to be kind of like my Zen spot. I feel very comfortable in here. I just don't want to feel rushed at all. And also, it's summertime. I'm upstairs, so therefore it gets a bit hot. So yeah, that's where I am. So if I go missing, do know it's medical issues that I'm trying to control. But I'm now done. What do I really look like? I don't know. Let's put my glasses on. I think this is really good. Really, really, really good. Food truck festival worthy look. I don't look like on trend. I'm putting more. It just looks a little dry. I don't look like I am done up to the max. It feels light, it feels airy. I know this combination for the foundation, the base, doesn't fall into any cracks and cradles, as I'm almost 46, so I have those. And I don't need much around the lips because the food, but I like this. This is light, airy, and my hair is going to be going up because who's trying to do that? But I like it. It's not too much, but it's not nothing. What do you think? As far as the products go, I do see some bronzing here. Not so much here, but in the cheekbone area, I do see it. I will play with it some more. I can't quite definitively say right now that it is worth it. I don't know. We'll find out. This, it's a little dry, but I'm guessing as it's melting into my lips, it feels a little better. Doesn't have a taste. Does smell, the watermelon one does smell like watermelon Jolly Rancher, one of my favorite scents. And the mascara, I got a little down here. I gotta wait for it to dry a little. Oh no, I'm gonna use my little trick, a little bit of the silicone primer on the edge of a Q-tip. We'll remove the mascara without disrupting anything underneath it. Ta-da! Ta-da! But I think this is just fun for food truck festival. But yeah, that's it. What do you guys think of this light makeup but no makeup look? And I have on my SPF as well to protect myself. With that, I want you to have a good day, and I will see you in the next one.